I used to think menopause was the end of something. Then I discovered it's the reason matriarchs exist. Before we dive in, I want to share something personal. I'm Marilda and I started this channel because I felt it deeply. Our world is out of balance. But I believe we can remember another way to live, one rooted in ancient matriarchal wisdom, in care, in connection, and soft power. I wanted to join other matriarchs out there and join the movement. So, if you feel this too, I invite you to be part of it. Subscribe to this channel, share, comment, take action. Let's build this vision together. And if you'd like to go even deeper, check the links in the description for more resources. Now, let's begin. Menopause, when a female body stops being able to have babies, is something we often think of a human experience. But it's not. It's very rare, but it also exists in the animal kingdom. Out of all the animals in the world, only 5 species go through menopause. Humans, killer whales, short-finned pilot whales, beluga whales, and narwhals. At first, that might just seem like a strange biological fact, but there's where it gets fascinating. All of these species also have something else in common. They live in matrilineal or matriarchal groups where older females lead, guide, and care for their community. These aren't just older females who stick around. They are respected, trusted, and followed. Take killer whales, for instance. In the orca pod, it's often the grandmother who leads. She remembers where to find food during harsh winters, sometimes guiding her community to survival. When she dies, the risk of the entire group struggling or not surviving gets up sharply. That's how essential she is. A study by Dalton in 2022 showed that these matriarchs help their families live longer and stronger lives. This connects to something scientists call the grandmother hypothesis. It suggests that menopause may have evolved to let older females stop reproducing and instead help raise and protect the next generations. Their values shift from giving birth to giving wisdom. There's also the idea of reproductive conflict. Imagine if both a mother and daughter in the same group were having babies at the same time. That creates stress and competition, especially when resources are limited. Instead, nature may have favored a peaceful transition where the older generation steps back from having children and focuses on helping the group survive. In whales and in humans, the story is the same. Once the body stops reproducing, something else begins, a deeper role, a leadership role, the one that supports the whole community. You see, we need to stop thinking of menopause as a decline. It's not a failure of the body, it's a shift in purpose. In many species, especially those who live in close-knit family groups, older females are the memory keepers, the teachers, the anchors. Menopause allows them to do that. And this isn't just about whales, it's about us. It's about why human women live so long after their childbearing years. Why grandmothers throughout time have played such powerful roles in survival, culture, and connection. It's not just biology, it's design rooted in deep social wisdom. Now, let's bring this closer to home, into human history and the ways menopause have has shaped women's leadership across culture. In many traditional societies, especially those with matrilineal or matriarchal roots, older women didn't disappear from the public after menopause. In fact, they stepped into power. Let's start with the Iroquois Confederacy in North America. Among the Iroquois, clan mothers, often menopausal women, held incredible authority. They were responsible for choosing male leaders, advising on decisions, and even removing chiefs who lost the trust of the people. Their wisdom, emotional balance, and life experience made them the natural choice for guiding the tribe. They weren't leading despite their age, they were leading because of it. In Southeast Asia, the Minangkabau people of Indonesia follow a matrilineal system where property and family names are passed down through women. Here too, elder women, usually post-menopausal, become the heads of households. They manage land, resolve disputes, and pass on traditions. Their role is deeply respected. They've seen not as retired mothers, but as cultural anchors. A similar patterns exist in China among the Mushuo, one of the few remaining matriarchal societies in the world. Grandmothers often lead the family unit. They run the household economy, raise children, and make major decisions. Their authority is not symbolic, it's practical, rooted in daily leadership and trust built over a lifetime. And even in modern urban settings, we are seeing a quiet return to this pattern. Around the world, post-menopausal women are becoming community organizers, mentors, and activists. They are leading movements, teaching younger generation, and creating spaces of care and justice. Redfern's 2024 research shows how many older women, freed from the demands of early motherhood, channel their energy into healing and transformation for the family and for the society. And if we look back farther into prehistoric times, scholars like Schreiber argued that older women likely played essential roles in rituals, food sharing, and survival planning. They weren't seen as old women in the dismissive sense. They were guides, midwives, peacekeepers. They were matriarchs. Some theories, like the patriarch hypothesis by Marlowe, suggest menopause might have evolved to push women aside in favor of male dominance. But that view ignores the overwhelming anthropological evidence. In many cultures, menopause marked the beginning of a woman's public voice, not the silencing of it. So, what does all this tell us? That menopause isn't a retreat, it's a rise. It's the moment when a woman's body may stop creating life, but her wisdom, strength, and influence step fully into the light. And societies that honor that, past and present, tend to be more connected, more resilient, and more grounded in care. So, what does all this mean for us right now? It means that menopause is not the end of a woman's story. It's a turning point, a shift into a deeper, wiser, more powerful role. In nature, it's linked with leadership, survival, and community strength. In human culture, it's been a gateway into political voice, spiritual guidance, and social responsibility. But in many modern societies, we have forgotten this, right? We have treated menopause like a quiet fade out, a time of invisibility, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. It's time we remember what our ancestors knew and what the whales still show us, right? That there is an immense power in the second half of a woman's life. That matriarchs hold the thread of memory, decision making, care, and continuity. As you see, this isn't just about biology, it's about how we see value. Do we celebrate care? Do we listen to wisdom? Do we honor aging as a source of power rather than decline? I believe we can shift that perspective. I believe we can rebuild a world where older women lead again, where their presence is essential, not optional, where menopause isn't feared but welcomed as a rite of passage into leadership. Whether you are approaching this stage, living through it, or supporting someone who is, know this: you are part of a much bigger story here. A story of survival, of strength, of wisdom passed from hand to hand. It's the story of matriarchs. And I hope this space, this channel, can be a place to reclaim that story together. So if you are with me, let's help this movement grow. Comment below, share this message, invite others to join us. I've also added some helpful links in the descriptions, so take a look if you would like to explore more or go deeper. Together, let's create the change, because you know what? We are the change. Bye.